What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I asked this question on my YouTube. I'm not on my YouTube, I'm sorry. On my Facebook page, right? So I'm gonna bring it to y'all on YouTube. What is the greatest Spike Lee film, excluding Malcolm X? Because I know everybody gonna say that. That's like a given. You know what I mean? And I know everybody gonna run to that one. I want to know, excluding that movie, outside of that movie, what is the greatest Spike Lee film? Now, Spike got some classics under his belt. Like, seriously, like, when I think about a lot of these films, bro, like the first Spike Lee film I ever watched was Crooklyn. I fell in love with that movie from the first time I watched it, and to this day is one of my favorite movies. Watching young Troy take on the role of her mother that passes away, you know, combing and brushing her brother's hair, all of that, and seeing the children deal with the passing of their mother, you know, when they were a big family, they were a nice, beautiful family, black family, and which is great to see the depiction of the black family all together. Alfre Woodard played the mom, Delroy Lindo played the father, and they had their children, and Troy played by Zelda Harris. She was the only girl. And seeing that dynamic, it was great to see, man. Spike Lee always has a way of filming his hometown where he's from in Brooklyn, New York, in such a great manner. School Days. Y'all, believe it or not, I didn't see School Days until I was in college at Mississippi Valley State University, right? That movie is profound for many reasons. First of all, the depiction of sorority and fraternity life for undergraduate students at a HBCU, which is a historically black college and university, was fire. For me, I went to a HBCU, Mississippi Valley State University, which is a school in a SWAC conference, school located in Itta, Mississippi, alma mater to the greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. So when I'm at my HBCU, when I'm watching this movie, I remember my grandfather always talking about School Days, my uncles, but I never watched it till I got to college. And y'all, safe to say too, like, that movie is not the sole reason. That movie, along with Stomp the Yard, you got movies like Drumline. Hey, it led me to make my decision that I was going to become a member of a Black Greek letter organization, which I am a brother of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. But anyway, so yeah, but the movie is profound because it touched on elitism, colorism, hazing, female self-esteem, activism, hair texture bias, groupthink, classism, a lot of different issues that we had going on within our community that sometimes went undiscussed. You know what I mean? People swept it under the rug and they would act like it's not a thing. Colorism was a thing. Still is in a lot of ways. Hair texture bias, addressing female self-esteem. All of those things are important discussions to be having, and Spike did it eloquently in a film called School Days, which, is loosely based around his time at Morehouse. Morehouse, of course, was all black. All male college, you know what I mean? But anyway, then you got Do the Right Thing. First of all, I'm gonna say this too. The movie I'm gonna pick for probably the best Spike Lee film. Now, my favorite of these would have to be Crooklyn. But the best one, I believe, probably would be Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing explores racial tension brewing between Black Americans and Italian American owners of a local pizzeria in Brooklyn. But then you just see the racial tension between all these different ethnicities that are living in New York, living in Brooklyn, and how these racial tensions spill over and lead to real crazy tragedy and tension and violence in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And when we see Radio Raheem get unalived by police, by law enforcement, it really strikes a chord. Like, dang, like, even with all of this bickering and all of that, black man still get executed by the police, and it's just another day. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Just, hey, it is what it is, But we just to see like racial tension being played on camera in a neighborhood in New York where, everybody says it's like a big melting pot, all these different ethnicities and cultures. You got black folks, black immigrants, you got white immigrants, you got all these different ethnicities, Asian immigrants and all of those, and people just living not all together in certain communities, but some communities, they interacting with each other. They from going to the stores, etc., and how these tensions can spill over into unnecessary stuff. And then you get unalived by law enforcement who had nothing to do with some of the tensions that you got going on. Well, not indirectly has things to do with the racial tension going on. He got what? He got Jungle Fever. My uncle and them love Jungle Fever. They love that movie, right? Which plays on the interracial dating aspect in America. I believe, and I'm gonna say that because I wrote these movies down. I believe, but first of all, I love He Got Game. He Got Game, like with Ray Allen, Denzel Washington. First of all, Denzel and Spike Lee worked together so well. From Mo Better Blues to Malcolm X to He Got Game to Inside Man. Their chemistry is just really, really profound. He Got Game, I love that movie though. Love that movie, and not just for that scene when Jesus Shuttlesworth goes to make his college visit. You know what I mean? Even though I was a young little freak nasty little boy, that I wanted to see that little scene over and over again. You know what I mean? But the story of father and son, and how the relationship becomes tumultuous from the father being way too hard on the son, and the father trying to push the son to be everything that he possibly wanted to be, and trying to get the best out of him, while also having, their friction causing a tumultuous relationship with their mother. And, the father trying to reconnect and rebuild a bond with his son, even though he needs a favor from his son in order to get out of prison, it's still him really trying to reconnect with his son and try to fix the relationship that has been broken. And to see the father and son dynamic, with two black men on camera, starting again, Ray Allen, one of the most prominent basketball players of that time period and of all time. But yeah, seeing that play out on camera, black men trying to fix wounds that he created with his son, and trying to come to I wouldn't say a peaceful agreement, but just trying to fix these things. It's profound. It's a fly in my damn house. And I'm hearing it fly all around. It's getting annoying. Anyway, then you got Miracle at St. Anna, I think is something that I think is really, really, here it is. I see that damn fly. Y'all, hold on. All right, y'all. I think I killed this ass. I don't know. We will spray, black folks spray a fly with any damn thing. But I think Miracle at St. Anna, I think is a really, really underrated movie. I don't care what nobody say. I really like that movie, man. Showing the black military regiment and the army and their exploits and things that they were dealing with, how they were treated, and just their exploits. I thought it was really brilliantly displayed. But a movie, I think, one of his recent films, Black Klansman, bruh, starring John David Washington, who was Denzel Washington's son. It's witty. It's serious, but witty, and it knows how to be witty at the right times and be funny at the right times, and also knows how to be serious at the right times, man. And you're showing a black man infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan by being the guy he's talking over the phone, and then he's using his white co-worker, his fellow white cop, to actually be the in-person representation of him. But the phone, he has a different phone voice, right? He's on the phone, it's the black man talking. And you're seeing them infiltrate the KKK, and how everything plays out, and these scenes, and how racism from the KKK is still spilling over today within our community, and spilling over onto black folks today, and how he shows that in the film. And it was just a really brilliant piece of work, and I think it's really underrated. John David Washington gave a great performance in that film. You can say what you want about John David Washington in other movies, but in Black Klansman, he knocked it out the park. And Spike helps to bring that story to life in a dope way. What was his name? Ron Stallworth, I believe his name was. It's based on a real story. I think it was Ron Stallworth. He helps to infiltrates the KKK. I believe this was in Colorado. I could be wrong, but I believe it's in Colorado. And Ron Stallworth was one of the few black police officers where he was working at the time. And but bruh, like how they show it, how they show like the Black Panther movement, and Black Power movement is really, really dope. And but yeah, I believe I would have to go with the best one, Do the Right Thing, and School Days. Again, remember, we're excluding Malcolm X because that is the clear-cut number one. We're excluding that one. What do y'all think? Peace.